I think it is really safe to say that Brian Laundrie's parents have not had a lot of good days in the last year and a half since their son took his own life in the park not far from their house. That was after he had taken the life of his girlfriend, Gabby Petito. And it was after everybody was frantic, trying to find out where Gabby was. I don't think the Laundries have had a lot of good days because they also became persona non grata pretty much everywhere, reviled across the country for having kept secrets after Brian Laundrie returned home with Gabby's van, but with no Gabby. And then just wouldn't say a word at all to anybody, including Gabby's parents, as to where she was. Just nothing to see here. They have not had a lot of good days. And then came the lawsuit. Another bad day, right? You got slapped with a lawsuit. Gabby Petito's parents have said the emotional hell that you have put us through, well, that deserves some civil action. So then they had to deal with that lawsuit. And then another bad day today, because there was something being fought over, a piece of evidence in that lawsuit. This is it. It is a letter that Roberta Laundrie, Brian's mom, wrote to Brian Christopher Laundrie. And you can see what it says below. It says, burn after reading. Well, that doesn't sound suspicious at all, does it? Today, a judge determined that Gabby's parents may use that letter in their civil suit against the Laundries. It took a 3-hour hearing in Sarasota. Mrs. Laundrie, she had a few things to say about it. I'll tell you that in a moment. But here's what the letter says. A little harder to read it like that, but it in part says, if you're in jail, I will bake a cake with a file in it. If you need to dispose of a body, I will show up with a shovel and garbage bags. Keep in mind, Mr. and Mrs. Laundrie are not charged with anything, but the civil suit certainly does allege that they helped their son evade capture and caused immeasurable harm. Trial set for May of next year, and I am so happy to welcome to the program Pat Reilly. He is the attorney for Gabby Petito's parents, Joseph Petito and Nicole Schmidt. Pat, thanks so much for being with me today. How big of a victory is this to be able to use that letter, the burn after reading letter, in the civil suit?
Good evening, Ashleigh. Thanks for inviting me. It's a very important piece of the building blocks of circumstantial evidence that we have that demonstrate that the Laundries knew that Brian had killed Gabby, that they passed that information on to Attorney Bertolino, and then Attorney Bertolino issued that statement on September 14th of 2021 in which he stated that the family hoped that Gabby would be reunited with her family. So it's a big piece of evidence. The document is very damning, in my opinion, to Roberta Laundrie. It's a very odd letter that she wrote.
It is. Here's what she has said in response. She said, I truly love my son. I simply wanted to convey to him how much he meant to me and how much I loved him. I am sure people use phrases all the time to express to their loved ones the depths of their love. Although I chose words that I thought would be impactful with Brian, given our relationship, the letter was in no way related to Gabby. Do we know the date of the letter? Do we know the timing of the letter? Because that certainly would be significant.
It would be, but it's undated. So no, we don't know when the letter was written. Of course, Roberta Laundrie says it was written before Brian and Gabby went on the trip. I don't know if she knew that Brian was going to commit a crime and could possibly go to jail and she'd need to help bury a body. But it's just as likely that this was written when you read it in context and read it in its entirety. It's entirely likely that this was written after Gabby was murdered.
Is there something in particular that the letter says that makes you think that?
Well, the letter starts out and says, I just want you to remember I will always love you and I know you will always love me. That's not how I imagine a letter would start out if a mother was simply writing to express her love, especially when you throw in the language of bringing a shovel and a garbage bag to bury the body. That's not like any letter I've ever written to any of my children, nor did I receive a letter like that from my mother at any point in my life.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.